Okay, to say that I am stoked is for sure an understatement. Your boy, since the last video that I posted, has been crowned King of Park. That's that Scoot Fest video contest that I told you guys about 2 videos ago. And also, in addition to being King of Park, I've also won the Fan Choice Award, so I want to say thank you to you guys for choosing me on that. Honestly, super appreciative. And I'm gonna take the first portion of this video to kind of run through the battle that I had with 2 of the most difficult tricks that I did in that video. And those 2 tricks are throw double bar to front bri and 540 flare bar spin. I know both of those tricks weren't arranged as like the bangers of that video. However, there was such a big challenge getting both of those. One for the mental aspect of it and also for the physical. So the first trick that I want to talk about is that throw double bar spin to front bri. But before we do that, let me do a couple tricks. Oh man, looking at my bar ends, I am in desperate need of new ones. Shoot, it's alright though. Not only that, oh, but my headset sounds so freaking awful. I gotta replace that here at some point. Riding skate parks totally brings me joy, but another thing that brings me joy is just riding flat. I'm gonna do 3 flat tricks real quick, and I'm gonna try to make them look as clean as possible. Okay, that was pretty good. Now I'm gonna try to do triple heel, because that's another one of my favorite flat tricks. Pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, one more. Let's go ahead and do 360 tail whip to bar spin. I don't normally do that trick flat, but it just came to my head and why not? I always love getting those first go. Pretty happy with that 3-wood bar, to be honest with you. I'm totally the type of person that comes to the skate park, fully pads up, and then goes and rides flat. I don't know, it's just something I like doing. Okay, so now real talk. I want to run through those 2 tricks that I mentioned earlier that were the most challenging for me in that Scoot Fest video part that I just released. The first one I want to go through is the throw double bar spin to front bri, which, dude, I have to say I am so freaking pumped on that trick. So in total, this trick took me 2 sessions to actually end up landing. The first session I was filming at Chino Hills Skate Park with Nolan Shoemaker, and I was trying it on a quarter pipe, or it was like a quarter to quarter box. It was honestly a terrible setup. It was a small quarter to quarter box in the middle of the skate park right where the hip is, and it totally demanded like perfection. When you're landing in a quarter like that, it's super steep, so if you don't catch your trick, you're most likely gonna fall straight onto your face or loop out or case, and everything just goes wrong if you case. So it wasn't an ideal setup, but I was like, dude, I'm here, I want to do this trick. You know, if I go high enough, I could probably manage it. And I did manage it like for a couple attempts. I did throw double bar spin, and I got the front bri around and I caught it, but I rolled away with like 1 foot, or I rolled away and like slid out or whatever. So I was doing all right, and I kept pushing. I think I got into about like 15 attempts, something like that. And it kind of got to the point where I was like, dude, I'm not getting anywhere with this freaking trick. I decided to call it quits. That same weekend, the deadline was to release or edit the video by Tuesday. On Saturday, Chris was like, yo, we're gonna go to Woodward West and finish this video part. And I was like, thank the Lord. Because going to Woodward West was basically like Chris saying, yo, I got us an invitation to basically go and do anything our hearts desire, because we're gonna be at one of the greatest training facilities in the world. The spank is perfect, the box is perfect, the run-up's a little sus, but it's still perfect. Going into that day, I knew that I was gonna be able to get that throw double bar spin to front bri over the spank. I think I got in about 7 tries deep, and I ended up rolling away from it. Front bri high, I rolled away with amplitude, and Chris filmed it really, really good, so I was honestly so bummed. So in total, it probably took me somewhere around 25-ish attempts and 2 sessions and 2 skate parks total to land this trick. It was honestly really challenging. I'm stoked with how it looked in the video. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? New shirt. This is gonna be released soon. Not yet, but soon. I'm stoked on it. Okay, if I'm completely honest, that was way too sketch for my liking, but it was first go. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Heel finger rewind is done. Now let's go ahead and try to do double whip to bar spin. I'm terrible at that trick, but we're here, why not? Oh, dude, that was so clean, what the heck? Literally, I never even do double whip to bar spin on like a quarter pipe. So to get it first go flat, looking like that, dude. Today's a good day. Okay, last one. Okay, let's see. How about double finger whip? This one is challenging, but we'll get it. Oh, that was terrible. Thanks. That was for sure the most challenging. It's kind of weird doing double finger whips flat because normally when I just do a single finger whip, I jump like a bunny hop, but when I do double thing, I do like J hop, so I pick up the front wheel first. It just makes it way more challenging, but I managed. Okay, on to the next trick. Let's talk this through. All right, so 540 flare bar whip. Okay, so initially the 540 flare bar tail whip was gonna be the banger of this video. However, once I ended up going to Woodward West, I did back scoot, finger, whip front scooter cup, and I was like, you know what? I feel like that should be the hammer because honestly, it's pretty technical and I think that it'll work best with the flow of the video. This trick was so challenging, less from like a physical point of view and more from the mental aspect of it. So I think it was about 2 years ago, I tried this trick and I was filming for a video part. It was just like a day at it. It wasn't a full-length video part. And I knew for sure I wanted to do 540 flare bar whip because at that time I had just learned 5 flare bar, feeling pretty good. I was like, just add the whip. What's the big idea? I was at Chino Hills Skate Park filming with 2 of my buddies. Having a good day. I think we were about like a minute into the video. We were trying to shoot for like 3 minutes or something. But when I actually rocked up to the quarter to try the 5 flare, something went terribly wrong. As I pulled off of Chino's big quarter pipe, I did 540 flare bar, threw the whip, and I did catch it. So I, performed the trick correctly. However, I didn't pull out hard enough. At the time, I guess I was pushing through a little bit too much and that quarter was a little bit more mellow than I had anticipated. And so I caught the whip, but when I landed, I basically landed like on top of the ramp, sitting on my shit. It was not a pleasant experience. Are you good? Yeah. Holy balls, bro. Ready to take a breather? Frick, that hurt so much. And ever since then, I totally got rattled. Dude, so basically everything sucks right now. I don't know, I've been trying 5 flare bar whip for like, it's been like 10 minutes or something, but the last 2 attempts or whatever, I landed like so tranny that I was actually not on the ramp. Yeah, dude. So that's like the aftermath of me dying like 2 times on the 5 flare bar whip. It's 2020 now. Oh my gosh, 2020. And I'm just now coming back to this trick. I knew I had to get it for this video part. I wanted to do this for my web edit actually, but Scoot Fest was here and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in for Team USA. So anyway, the day that I decided to attempt this trick, I was at my local skate park. I was filming with my buddy Wyatt. He's a local there at the park. I rocked up to the quarter pipe, did 5 flare, felt good. Did 5 flare bar, another trick I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with. Landed it, felt good. Then I was like, you know what, Wyatt, let me just go for it. I'm just gonna do it. And I told myself in my head, not audibly, but like I just kind of subconsciously thought to myself like, I'm just gonna like commit to it on the first attempt. So I go off the lip, I pull just the right amount, throw the bar spin, finish that, tail whip, catch it, finish that, and then I'm coming back around to finish the flip and dude, I rolled away, first go. There was 3 years of battling all wrapped up into one attempt. And as I was rolling away, I was a little bit more sketched than I really had liked to be. And it worked out quite well because Wyatt actually didn't film it as best as he could have. And so we were in agreement. We're like, dude, we gotta refilm this. Run it back. And so once we watched back the footage, I got stoked, but then I knew it was time to go back to work. I think I got, I'd say like 7 more attempts into this trick before I ended up getting the one that I landed in the video. Ooh.
Need a rewind, dude.
It took me 2 sessions over the course of 3 years, 2 different skate parks, and probably around 11 or 12 attempts. The mental block on this trick was for sure so real. It's so hard keeping track of yourself when you're like spinning, flipping, whipping, and barring all at the same time, but somehow I managed it. Maybe one day I'll do that in a contest. Who knows? Darn it. I totally messed that gap up. I was like feeling pretty comfortable and confident with the line that I had chosen, but then as soon as I went off of that hubba, I was like, yep, nope, did that wrong. Dang it. That's 2 times in a row. I totally screwed that gap up. Okay, way better on that one. Ooh, fun little back feeble, front 270 bar, straight into the manual. To be honest, I hardly ever hit rails, and I think one of the big reasons for that is because there's just such a huge risk factor involved. But I've been kind of thinking about different rails that I've been seeing that I could potentially hit for my web edit coming up. And honestly, I think I could handle myself on like a big down rail or something. It's still intimidating though. Just like one slip up and then it's like game over. You know what I mean? I'm working my way to it. On that note of filming for my web edit and stuff, there's this gap here that is like, it's deathly, or deadly, whatever the heck you want to call it. And I'm not really sure if I'm down to commit to it yet. However, I think it would be pretty dope if I did. It's this roof gap here into the spine. It's pretty freaking gnarly, but I think I could do it. Just probably when I actually have homies to film me, but definitely not when I'm just having a solo session. For now though, I do want to hit this little gap right here. I'm not really one for riding on roofs. It's not really my cup of tea, but I'm here and why not? Did it. Oh my days, I am so pumped. So the winners for the remaining 2 categories in the Scoot Fest competition that I'm a part of were announced the past couple days, and the first place winner in both of those competitions were American riders. And that is such good news because that means Team USA is actually taking the World Cup title. This is the first year that we have all worked together virtually, so to speak, making video parts, and it turned out quite well. Anyway, I think that's a good way to end today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again Wednesday, 12 p.m. California time. Deuces.